welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who is currently working on his schedule. It's Chris Kelly.
Hello.
I love that part. When Renfield's talking in the beginning of Dracula Dead and Loving It, and everyone's going through the list of what he said, and the guy goes, schedule?
Yeah, he rolls in there, he's like, I can't stay here anyways, because I have a schedule to keep with Dracula. Dracula. Schedule? According to the commentary, so Steve Haberman said that they recorded that scene 23 times.
Really?
23.
He was one of the writers, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's one of the writers, and when they went through that scene, everybody just burst out laughing in the commentary. Because it is a great scene. I mean, it was in the trailer as well.
So that I think that moment highlights just how, like, the nice spirit of Dracula Dead and Loving It. This is a cheeky, funny, non-pretentious, non-highbrow movie that just wants to make you laugh. And I remember the reviews. I mean, it currently has 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, 5.2 on IMDb. I was reading, I like to do a lot of research, and people are like, it's a shame that Dracula Dead and Loving It is Mel Brooks' last film. This is garbage. Yeah. I've always loved this movie. Ever since it came out in 95, I have just loved this. I quote it all the time. I'm like, is this raspberry? It's a raspberry, isn't it? Raspberry. So when we talked about this, and we do a lot of vampire movies on the Movies, Films, and Flicks podcast, Near Dark, listen to it. Chris Kelly's on it. Oh, I gotta tell a story.
It'll change your life.
You were coming over today, and my wife Megan last night was like, hey, what time is Chris Kelly coming over tomorrow? And it made me so happy that my wife Megan calls you Chris Kelly. If not Chris or Kelly. Hey, what time's Chris coming over tomorrow? She's like, hey, when's Chris Kelly coming? And I was like, yeah! Chris Kelly, too. So when she said, where's Chris Kelly at? It made me very happy that she said your full name.
And all of a sudden she has a surveillance on.
Chris Kelly, too. Why aren't you at your lockup? Chris Kelly. I know we're not rolling right now, but we could roll at any time. Chris Kelly, I understand what you're saying, Chris Kelly. Chris Kelly, I'm just asking you to get to your lockup. No more lip. Chris Kelly just gave me more lip. Chris Kelly's over there giving me lip. Does that sound like most of your days on set? We can't do that.
What? Are you out of your mind? Why aren't you getting coffee?
Chris Kelly and I worked together for years on film sets, if you didn't know. And Chris Kelly was famous for drinking coffee and giving lip to people. Wherever Chris Kelly went, there was a coffee in his hand. Even on hot days. Yeah. Extremely hot days.
I still drink coffee on hot days. It's almost like what I'm known for.
Yeah, that was your bit. Everyone's like, oh, there's living the dream, Hoffmeyer, and everyone's like, there's hot coffee on a hot day, Chris Kelly.
Hot coffee,
Chris. Hot coffee on a hot day, Kelly. Rolls off your tongue.
I got shirts printed and everything.
If you were working on Dracula Dead and Loving It in 1994, I presume that's when they were shooting it. Would you have been drinking coffee on set?
Absolutely. Everything was interior.
Yeah, Burbank.
Well, and
no, Culver City?
It
was in California.
I know it was in California.
Yeah.
But there was only one scene where they were on location. That was the opening of the film. And, which is obvious because you can't fake that for a stage. But I was on the commentary, they said they deliberately did that. Mel Brooks and Steve Haberman both said that they deliberately did that because they wanted the viewer to feel like they were watching, Dracula from the Hammer films or from Bela Lugosi.
31.
1931, yes.
Yeah, and
but they wanted to give that feel, but they really wanted to go as far as having oh gosh, why is it escaping me? But the scenes in the background, they wanted it to be glass paintings.
Oh, the matte paintings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They wanted those. They wanted to do that, but they thought it was going to be too expensive because that was an old format even at the time. So they said they used actual old paintings.
I love it.
And it's like they digitally put it in. So that opening shot, whenever they're going up to the castle, Renfield, they say that in the commentary, like, it's beautiful. It doesn't even look like it should have been in this movie. It's kind of true. What I also found interesting was in the opening credits, all those images that you see are actual old images from the time that when the movie takes place.
Wow.
So these are actual real images that were used to show demons or Dracula or to show
Nosferatu. I have lots of Nosferatu.
Vampires, and they wanted to sprinkle a little bit of truth from old history. Old history was that people who lived in castles, the common folk tend to believe that they were real vampires. And they said some people still believe that, although I doubt that. But that's what they really did feel in those times, because you never really saw them. Then you just assumed that they were vampires or they were very wealthy, something around that line. We talked about that briefly in Shadow of the Vampire.
Oh, and we talked about Shadow of the Vampire, too. Another vampire picture. And they did weird stuff to furniture inside of vampires' castles. What are you doing to the furniture? So also I love that, Bram Stoker's Dracula, the story behind that, Francis Ford Coppola, they basically said to him, we are not paying you to go on location anymore. You can't go on location.
I cannot imagine how much that movie would have... Oh, God.
So then he goes, okay, I'll film it all in studio. So he filmed all of Bram Stoker's Dracula in studio. Oof. But it went over budget and over time, just like it would have done had he gone on location.
So they had to recreate the castles.
Everything.
That seems really impractical.
Everything was in camera. Like, listen to there's tons of documentaries and commentaries. Really great stuff. Listen to the podcast, Chris Kelly. So I love... So this movie, okay, when I saw this in 95, I had a lot of laughing. When Lucy says, and these are British.
Yeah, he's like, well, I can't, I'm British. So are these.
And Steve... he starts laughing. I love Steven Weber in this movie.
In the commentary, Steve Weber talks about how his wife is British. And he tried to work with her to get a better accent down. And he said that her criticisms were at minimal a maximum. So he said the commentary for this was recorded 9 years after the film had come out. And he said that his wife still kind of makes fun of him.
I mean, the accents are not trying.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Well, that's part of the charm. Yeah. But do you think this movie gets better when you've watched 31 Dracula, when you've watched Hammer Dracula?
Absolutely. I think that if you have not seen the other Dracula films, that this won't be as funny. I think that, probably generations that haven't seen the older Dracula films and Hammer films, monster
Dracula
movies
2000. Oh wait, that was after.
I don't think they would really like it, because in this movie heavily makes fun of Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is Francis Ford Coppola, and 1931's Dracula. They do a little bit. The colorization, actually, now that I'm talking about that, the colorization of Dracula Dead and Loving It was borrowed from the Hammer Dracula, because they found... Yes, they found that those movies were better because the black and white Dracula, because originally this movie was supposed to be in black and white, but after thinking about it, it's a lot better move for it to be in color, because the main aspect of Dracula is the blood.
Yeah.
So if the blood is black and it's not as good. Like that. Could you imagine that scene in the coffin where he's like, Steven Weber is nailing Nina, and then it's like, in black and white. It wouldn't have been as funny. But yeah, that was the original intent. But they said that if they were to spoof a Frankenstein movie, they probably would do it in black and white.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, there you go.
She just ate. I love that. But the gags in this movie, this is a gagapalooza.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it is, it's just one right after the others. Well, one thing I wanted to bring up about that was, that this was, at the time when it came out, it was not seen as a very good movie, which explains, the Rotten Tomatoes score and...
$11 million box office.
Yeah, a $30 million budget and a gross of $11 million. Because at the time, Mel Brooks, it was kind of seen as, what I read online, this movie was seen as kind of a last-ditch effort. That he'd just come out with Life Stinks, Robin Hood Men in Tights, and then this. So it was kind of like, we get it, Mel, you do spoofs. We liked Spaceballs. We like History of the World Part 1. We loved Blazing Saddles. It's been 20 plus years. You really need to change it up. And they kind of poke fun a little bit at that with on the commentary when Steve Haberman says, hey, even Charlie Chaplin did a serious film, what was it, Lady of Paris, I believe is the name of the film. The Woman of Paris. He said Charlie Chaplin did a serious film. Maybe you could do a serious one. Ha ha ha. And it's like, well, maybe he was kind of like hinting like, hey, maybe we should think about this.
Also, if you think about 94 or 95, 94 when it came out, it was fresh off the heels of Jim Carrey.
Yeah, that would have been
big. You had the Ace Ventura, you had Mask, you had Dumb and Dumber, then you had Pulp Fiction, you had those kind of Clerks.
Yeah,
it was like a super cool movement, like indie, we're indie, and then Dracula Dead and Loving It comes out,
And it just wasn't as received because exactly what you said at the time of it coming out. And also, I think a lot of people kind of forget about this is that in the mid 90s, there was a ton of those like Pulp Fiction type movies. They were like one right after the other. I talked about this the other day at work, actually, and I said this to a guy who I think he was like 21 or 22, and I was like, in the 90s, there was bajillions of these movies, and he's like, no way. And I'm like, oh, God. I was like, Love in a 45, California, spelled with a K.
Things to do in Denver when you're dead.
Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
I don't know why I said things to do in Denver when you're dead like that. Why did I say it like that? Pool Hall Junkies? Oh.
I forgot about that movie.
That movie made me want to run into a wall.
Oh, what was the other one? Deuces Wild?
Yeah, just...
There's just one right after the other. There was just, Rounders, which was an okay movie, but they were just literally just one right after the other. And the 90s was more about indie films.
Gen X.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, like that kind of vibe.
Exactly.
To it.
Yeah,
like the So I Married an Axe Murderer vibe. That we covered as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. Oh!
Going back. Full
Listen,
circle.
let's just talk about our old podcast.
Listen to the pods, Mark.
It all started... What was the first episode you did with me, Chris Kelly?
The Nun and... I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Strangers Pray at Night.
Strangers Pray at Night and The Nun. Because you told me about watching Strangers Pray at Night a million times, and I thought I didn't want to see it because... I didn't really care for The Strangers, but then I saw Strangers Pray at Night, and I was thinking, wow, this is a great movie.
We talked about Nun for 3 minutes.
It's not a good movie.
Hey, let's talk about The Nun. All right, we're done. It happened. It's a movie. It made a lot of money.
It did.
A lot of money.
Those figures, that especially out of Mexico.
You were rolling in the dough.
God.
So much money.
Insane amounts of money.
That's what it made a lot of money in Mexico, The Nun.
It did, because Mexico is a very religious area.
Yeah.
And
The
religious
Catholic,
horror films
yeah.
do very well, especially Catholic horror films. They do astronomical in Mexico. So a lot of times when people look at these movies, they go, why are they doing so well? Why are they making sequels? Well, look at where most of the money came from. It's like, what was it?
$15 million budget, and it clears $200 million worldwide.
Yeah.
I'd make those all day.
Yeah, oh my God.
Make 6.
Yeah. Like, what was that? I was reading about Brazil.
Let the AI write it.
There was like a Brazil horror film, the movie that did
really
well in Brazil.
And Netflix, it got on Netflix and everyone was talking about how great it is.
Yeah, what the crap was that? I can't remember.
It's called Dracula Dead and Love.
That's on, actually, if you're interested in it's
English!
So, back to Dracula Dead and Loving It. I thought it was normal Mel Brooks behavior where he brought in all of his normal crew with him.
And Anne Bancroft for the weirdest cameo. I still don't laugh. I dislike that scene until she walks in the background going, I'm like, oh. So they did it so long. So basically there's a scene where Anne Bancroft is telling Renfield about Dracula, and she puts her what?
Just take the damn cross.
She puts her... Oh, yeah, she sells him a cross. Take the cross. All right, that's 15 rupees. Or Kopaks. That's 15 Kopaks. She sells it to him. But then she puts her, what? Thumb and pointer finger above her...
Above her,
on her throat.
Yeah.
Adam's apple area above. For if you have it. But yeah, so right about there, and she starts going, then she's on that, and everyone, and then Peter McNichol just keeps staring at it. And then it's not funny until she walks by in the background, continuing to do it.
Yeah, she continues to do it, shuts the door, and then continues to do it afterwards.
That's a weird scene. But I liked what Mel Brooks had to say about it when she popped up on the commentary. He seemed really happy.
Yeah.
He likes her.
Yeah, he likes her a lot. There's a lot of characters that he uses in the movie that he routinely uses.
Oh gosh, yeah. Corman.
The lady that plays the nurse that delivers the news to Van Helsing is Billy Crystal's daughter.
Oh, nice.
And that's why they look a lot alike. If you watch it again, you're like, oh shit, that looks a lot like Billy Crystal. It's because it is. This is what.
And I love that Harvey Korman popped up. Amy Yazbek was in Robin Hood Men in Tights. So many of the different people popping up in there. I don't know. Avery Schreiber, he's been in a bunch of them. But I love the little people. I love the familiar people that he has in this. I think they're all funny.
There's a small character, which I'm sure you wouldn't have remembered in the autopsy scene. The guy with the glasses that's on to the left-hand side is covering half his face. Yeah. His name is Johnny Cocktails. And Mel Brooks uses him a lot because of his facial reaction.
Johnny Cocktails?
Johnny Cocktails. Steven Weber talks about that like briefly in the commentary. He says you can see him in a lot of Mel Brooks movies. He has these great facial reactions, but he's like an MC at night at I forget what bar it was, but I'm sure now he's probably retired.
Paul Feig does the same thing too. He brings in people. Like, he knows a guy that is in a band, and he just brought him in, just flew him out to Prague for Spy to film a scene. He just has certain people he loves to throw into his movies because he knows what he gets from them will be funny.
Yeah.
And that's what Brooks does.
It works.
Now, I love Peter McNichol in this movie as Renfield. Yeah. I mean, when he's in the opening scene, when he's doing the coach, just flapping around, and then just fly. And then he gets into the castle and he meets Leslie Nielsen, and he walks into the spider's web and...
I love how obviously the shadow that moves. Leslie Nielsen, who plays Dracula, his shadow moves towards Renfield, just like in Bram Stoker's Dracula. And then when the bat comes out and flies away, he does the same line from Dracula, like "Children of the night, what a mess they make." There's a turd on the ground from the bat, and then he slips on the turd, and then he was rolling down and then he gets up and walks away, and then you see his shadow get up, and he's like, "Oh, my back."
He's like, "I'm fine." So the shadow takes the punishment. And I just love when Renfield walks into the gigantic spider's web. Oh, I thought you walked right through it, so I thought I could. Renfield, hurry up. And then at night, I think one of the funniest scenes though is when he's laying in bed and Dracula's brides come to him and they start caressing onto the bed.
What are you doing to the furniture?
Like, that's his first thought. Is they're seducing the furniture, which is the weirdest. Someone wrote that, and that's hilarious. And then I love when they get on top of him, and he just starts yelling, "Wrong me, wrong me, wrong me."
Wrong my brains out.
And then they get up.
Renfield, what is it?
They start floating away, and he's like, "Stop doing that." And then they walk away all gooberly.
Oh, my God.
It's just such a... Okay, you're watching this movie. Obviously, people hated it. But how... You couldn't find humor in these little gags?
Yeah, I mean, there's tons of little...
It's comfort food.
Yeah, and this movie does not take itself seriously at all.
No.
And they even say this in the commentary. They did zero research on the history that this movie... The time period when the movie takes place. They said that they based everything on movies that they've seen. So it's like...
That's what's funny, though, right?
Yeah, it's hilarious. And Amy Yasbeck said that she would love to... She could only do a period film for so long because she loves the comedy of it, but she wouldn't want to do a serious one. So, like, watching the outfits, it's just like... It's funny because, like, to us, it's like thinking about how they would sit down or walk around and how much time they must have taken to get ready in the morning. It's just... It's a very funny concept.
And I love the scene when they're at the opera later on. and Steven Weber goes, there's passion and mystery and intrigue, everything that I've repressed in my life.
I love the scene with the bellhop, I guess she wouldn't be a bellhop now.
You will forget everything.
Yeah, she opens up the curtain, blank stare, everyone's looking at her, shuts the curtains again. Oh, hello. It's like, and then she's like, "Where's my tip?" "Oh, you remember that, huh?"
No tip. No tip.
You remember that.
Tip. Yeah.
I love so many bits of this. Like, like at the end, not the end of the movie, but whenever Dracula goes to the party and he's like, "Can we take your cape?" "No, but you may take my hat." And it takes. I use that line all the time, and no one ever like replies back to me. I'm like,
nobody knows about my raspberry comments. It's a raspberry. Or no one knows about my raspberry comments, and then no one knows about my enema comments.
Give him an enema, put him in a straitjacket. Wait a minute.
Give him an enema.
No, wait. Straitjacket, put him in a straitjacket, give him an enema. No, wait. Give him the enema first.
And I love in the beginning, give him an enema. An enema? Give him a sense of accomplishment. And I remember when Lucy's all sick, he's like, "What if we gave her an enema?"
I love how a solution to everything is just an enema.
Give her an enema. No, not an enema. Give him 2 enemas. No, not 2 enemas.
Not another enema. No. It's like his solution to everything.
I just love it. So the first time you hear it, it'll give him a sense of accomplishment. You're like, I guess, like he's having a bowel movement. But then he just keeps doing it to everybody. I guess it's like leeching, the terrible practices back in the day of, let's just blood the person. Like, they're sick, let's drain them of blood. Let's hit them with a croquet stick.
Yeah, we'll just drill the part out of you.
We'll just give them an enema.
Ugh. Can you imagine? No.
And like the scene where Dracula gets on top of the ceiling and he's waiting to get to Lucy. I'll give the door a right old slam. So Dracula is hanging from the ceiling with his back against the ceiling. And this guy slams the door and Dracula just falls face. It's a dummy, one of the most clear dummies ever. And it just falls face first on the ground. And then the scene where he becomes a bat and he goes after Lucy and he's flying towards
They
her.
shut the window.
And then she feels a little chill, like, and she slams the window. Ah! There's good gags in this movie.
Oh, whenever Dracula dies, spoiler alert, Renfield opens up the roof window and he's like, "Master, here!" And he's like, "No, Renfield, you asshole!"
He calls him an asshole.
Right before he dies, Renfield scoops up the ashes, dumps them into the coffin, puts a smiley face in the ashes, like, "Look, Master, you're looking like your old self again."
Peter McNichol, he gets put through the ringer in this movie. I love the scene, too, when the coffin's going back and forth on the boat. Your job, Renfield, will be to protect me on my voyage. And then cut to a really shaky boat as coffin's going back and forth.
They said in the commentary, obviously, that the ship was on a gimbal, so they
Yeah.
could do that. And the stuntman that they had, Peter McNichol actually said he wanted to do it himself. They said, no, maybe we should just let a stuntman do it. But even with the stunt guy, he got the crap kicked out of him.
Yeah, he
the thing
did.
slams right up against him.
I mean, that's a good physical comedy bit in that movie. And everyone's in on the joke in this movie, too, though. Like, this is a movie, I just love how, I don't know, just everyone knows exactly what the movie is. Does that make sense? And they're all on board with it. They're not exactly winking at the camera either.
Yeah, it's definitely not that far of a parody, but
Leslie Nielsen doesn't really have much to do in it.
well, he's playing the straight man.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole movie. I mean, it's almost like if you watch the movie, it is almost like a serious film.
Yeah, it plays like that.
Like they're not nobody's being like, "Gotcha," you know. It's like
Lucy.
they're very, very serious with what they're saying. It's but that's the comedy of it. It's just, you know.
Why isn't Amy Yazbek in more? Because she's so funny in Robin Hood Men in Tights in this movie.
I forget what I read online.
Wings.
I think she just kind of stopped, like, after a while.
And she's married to John Ritter.
Ooh, that would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he died. I mean, he was such a nice guy, from what I've heard. Yeah, she probably gave it up after that.
And she had Wings money.
She had the Wings money. Yeah, that would do it, too.
But she's hilarious in this movie, though.
To bring it back to the Chris Tucker line that I said, she's probably not greedy.
Yeah.
She's probably just sitting at home relaxing. But yeah, she mainly did a lot of Mel Brooks movies. She talked about that in the commentary, that when they were filming Robin Hood Men in Tights, she was approached for Dracula Dead and Loving It, and she said, yes, of course I'll do it. She loved working on Robin Hood Men in Tights, so she was really happy that Mel Brooks brought her on. But she has a lot of those under her belt.
Where did the $30 million budget go? So let's account for inflation, right? So let's say it's like a
Building those sets.
$50 million budget.
Stunt people, I'd say, probably took up a good bit of it. Not too much visual effects.
Because that's a pretty big budget.
That's a big budget, especially for 1995. Well, that's still pretty big budget for right now.
I thought it was interesting, the cinematographer, Michael D. O'Shea. I kind of, when you look at this movie, so this movie is not about camera angles. It's more about the camera servicing the jokes. Remember So I Married an Axe Murderer, about getting both eyes in frame, that Michael Myers argued about with the director of that movie?
Mm.
But I noticed this director went on to do a ton of television. Bones, Eli Stone, Buffy, CSI Miami.
He did
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Doogie Howser.
Yeah, before that. So,
and a great TV film, if anybody wants to see it, called The 60s.
Hey.
It's a great film.
But the shots in this movie, they're very TV-esque. There's nothing really cinematic about these shots, but there isn't a need, right? Because it's all about servicing the jokes.
Yeah, it's mainly about the jokes of the movie. I mean, as far as cinematography goes, it could be anything.
Yeah.
You could literally just plant the camera in the room and that'd be fine.
Because you want the gags.
Yes.
And then also the guy who did Roy Ford Smith, the production designer, he did Holy Grail.
Yeah, I saw that. He also did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Men in Tights. Ghost
Rocket
Whisperer.
Man.
Hey, with Harlan Williams.
Yeah.
The 90s had some weird starring. Disney had Ernest. They had Pauly Shore. And then they had Harlan Williams. starring in movies.
It was the 90s were pretty impressive as far as the comedy scene goes. Also, with the production designer, he started in 1956.
Jeez Louise.
So he kind of knew what he was doing.
Yeah, a little bit.
With the cinematographer though, Michael O'Shea, he was a camera operator for many years before he started doing cinematography. He did The Naked Gun, The Burbs, Over the Top.
Oh, so he understood comedy then.
Yeah, he understood
because he worked on Naked Gun.
He did. Yeah, he did The Goonies. He was a camera op on MASH, the TV show.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, even TV show or the movie. And so he also was camera op on Lost Boys.
He knew how to film the joke.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he was doing. I think that probably sped up the process a lot more.
I mean, yeah, and because a lot of the shots, there's a lot of remember the opera scene? It's basically a 4-shot and then a 2-shot. There's very little over the shoulder.
Yeah, there's not the usual over the shoulder shots that you would see in movies. What I thought was interesting was the second AD, Robert Scott, on this was a director of The Video Dead.
What's The Video Dead?
I think that was one of the first movies that I had as a recommendation. It was a movie that I had saw just on a whim. Is 1987 or 86. It's like a super micro budget film about this VHS player or TV that gets delivered and out pops zombies.
What?
It's actually pretty neat. It's a super low budget film. But I'd strongly recommend checking that out if you ever get a chance. I've seen it streaming on like Xfinity On Demand all the time.
Pop an enema. Sit down and watch The Video Dead.
Why did I listen to Mark?
I can't watch the movie now.
Did you know, to bring it back, Leslie Nielsen was considered for the role of Jack Torrance.
What?
He was.
He could have done it.
I think it would have been, well, even at the time, because I guess, probably newer younger generations now probably don't know who Leslie Nielsen is, which is a huge tragedy in itself. But prior to his comedy, he was very well known for his serious roles. He was a very serious actor, which is what got him Airplane, was that he was a super serious actor, and they wanted to have a straight man to play the character in Airplane, and that's why it's so good. But
yes, I am, and don't call me Shirley. Yeah. Like, that line delivery.
Yeah, exactly. But they talked about that that he was super serious, and that's what made the movie.
Yeah. I have a question for you. I interrupted you, but I got a very important question.
It's almost like we interrupted each other for interrupting each other.
The way they said Lucy in this movie, how do you spell that? The typical spelling's Lucy. If you had to phonetically spell the way they say Lucy.
I would say Lushey.
Lucy? Lucy? I think
it's kind of like if Sean Connery was over there. Lucy. That's like that's like Sean Connery was Elvis Presley.
I had
Where's my hat?
Take it now. We'll do some curls. Peanut butter and jelly. So I had Luhsee, Lucy. But I like your Lucy. Lucy. I just love that they added syllables in there. They added letters. They made a meal out of saying Lucy, and I really enjoyed that.
Created their own language.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally their own language. And they talk about that in the comment. Fushta. And it's apparently the reason why they do this is because Mel Brooks way back in the day, we're talking about in the 50s, he was very well known for his gibberish. So he would create languages, and I forget who his partner was, but Mel Brooks and his partner would oftentimes speak in gibberish. And that was the comedy of it. So he could very well write out gibberish, and he wanted to bring it back because he wanted to bring back his gibberish days with this movie. So that's the reason why they have that back and forth. But Leslie Nielsen, who's also very good with improv, decided to jump in on it too. Oh, so he was like, they were going back and forth. He talked about in the commentary, I'm like, my God, could you imagine that? He's like, as we used to say in my home country, and he's like, I don't know how he said it. But of course, we would also say Nadushka from the roof. It's like, what?
I love when Van Helsing finally meets Dracula. He's like, your ancestor Vlad Tepes would slaughter and murder and put people on spikes. And what did Dracula say? He's like, they deserved it. So his ancestors actually did all that. Or they had it coming. Instead of being like, no, he didn't do that. He didn't do that. They had it coming. What did it say?
You weren't there. Come on.
Tepesh the Impaler. I love Fushka. Blogznik. Amolatsa. Fushta. Gavenya. I love, and then at the end, he had to get the last word in, too. He opened up the coffin and said it to him. Is that when he walked around my house one time for 2 days? And just yelled thing through my window?
You had it coming.
Did you research? That's awesome that because I researched just to make sure this wasn't actual
language. Yeah, I didn't look it up. I just wrote down Flushta, and then on the commentary, I immediately watched the commentary, and he said it's a made up language, and then I looked up online and said that Mel Brooks was very well known for his gibberish.
That's awesome.
And that he wanted to bring it back with this movie, but I guess it failed.
It'll come back.
Yeah, who knows?
All right, how about this? Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll talk more Dracula, Dead, and Loving It. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and your eyes are getting sleepy. You cannot... Wake up, that's too quick. You're not supposed to be asleep right now. What's the... Your eyes... No, not again. Lucy, you are in the closet. Mina.
Exit the room. Yeah. No, watch out for each other.
Watch out for the footstool. Mina, you are in the closet. Okay, I'm coming. You will come with me and have eternal life. Ooh, that sounds great. That was the maid from Robin Hood Men in Tights.
It was, yeah.
I love that. I just love how bad he is at hypnotizing people.
Or he's actually really good at it.
He's just too good at it.
He's, too good.
He
gets the wrong person. It's like...
And I love when he talks to Renfield, and Renfield immediately goes out. He's like, you stupid. But I love that, though, dude. Okay, watch out. They bump into each other. Sit down. No, you sit. No, you stand. No, you sit.
That's a great one. The one person I really enjoy, I forgot to write down his name, is the doctor.
Oh, yeah, Harvey Korman, Dr. Seward.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's like, he's very, when he first meets Renfield, and Renfield's eating the bugs, and he's like, oh, you just ate a bug. And he's like, no, I didn't. No, look at his leg is sticking out of your mouth.
It's a raspberry. It's a raspberry? No, it's a raisin from this muffin. Oh, raisin.
And I love that.
You just did it again.
Well, its leg is sticking out. It's holding on for its life.
And I love the scene where Mina gets bitten by Dracula, and she becomes saucy Mina, and she like starts trying to get her fiance of 5 years, Stephen Harker, to touch Jonathan Harker.
And after being engaged to my daughter for 4 years, you have the nerve to try to put your hands on her.
I love it.
Get on my house.
He walks in, his hands they're on her butt, and then she just throws him under the bus too. And I also love when Van Helsing comes in and is looking at Lucy's neck. He goes, there are 3 puncture marks. And they're like, what? He goes, there are 2 puncture marks. What's that joke? I don't
he's like, then when he says, I walked in and Harker was trying with hands all over my daughter. He's like, oh, really? Well, that is a beautiful scarf that you have on. Yes, I was feeling a little chilly today. I'm like, let I see it? And like, I love the way he grabs it. Like, the way it's like very like an old-fashioned movie. She just has her head, and she just like whips it to the side instead of being like, get off of me.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh no, how dare you?
I'm glad though that I felt so bad for Harker because he's just so repressed. He admits it. He's had a fiance for 5 years. He can't touch her. He gets exploded with blood. I love that I wish I could recreate that laugh he does. Does he talk about that on the commentary?
Not.
Where he's like,
not really. They didn't really do a whole talk about that. But one of the things I did find interesting was that they did shoot that scene several different ways, because he says in the commentary, you have to understand that they couldn't really do a cut of that without it looking fake or matching it very well. So what Mel Brooks said that they did was they did a small, medium, large, and extra large blood sequence.
Oh.
So we did like the first shot, which was and then the second one was
and
then they did and then all that was, the lines were improv because they did it like, I think he said they did it a few times, and Steven Weber was just so pissed at the end. He's like, she's not dead. She's dead enough.
Yeah, he was not happy about that.
No, God, are you kidding me? Because they had to do like a full body wash. I mean, that scene in itself was like a whole day. So it's like he was not happy about doing it, but they still laughed about it in the commentary.
What a brilliance! The one line I didn't like is when Van Helsing, I'm this, that, and I'm a gynecologist, and then Corman goes, "Oh, you have your hand in that too." Like,
it's a cheap little joke, but it's like, eh.
It's a great trailer moment, but when Dracula wakes up and hits his head on the lamp,
which is taken directly from the original Nosferatu.
I will have to wait. Nosferatu or Dracula?
Nosferatu.
Oh, Nosferatu.
He does that in Nosferatu.
He hits his head on a lamp.
Doesn't hit his head on a lamp.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, he takes that from the scene of him coming out of the coffin is taken directly from Nosferatu.
I just love that he's like, I will have to move my coffin or the lamp. So stupid. They filmed an entire scene around that. That's what you had me confused because I was thinking, wait a second. In Nosferatu, he hits his head. Mac Shrek bonks his head on a lamp.
And then he tore the whole set apart.
Yeah.
Killed 3 people in the process.
Willem Dafoe won an Oscar. He should have.
He should have won one.
He wasn't nominated for The Lighthouse.
He wasn't?
No. Best
What
Supporting
about
Actor.
Robert Pattinson?
Nope.
That's a shame. I really think that movie should have gotten nominated for a lot. I know it got nominated
Cinematography.
The cinematography is good. I really feel like Robert Eggers should have gotten a nomination for The Lighthouse.
I mean, the 1:1 aspect ratio.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, just the whole beauty of the movie itself is just it's a piece of art. It is not just a regular movie.
Best farts.
Yeah. And you're stupid farting. Ah. That movie. I love that film. I mean, I don't care what people have said about. I've heard a lot of negative things about The Lighthouse, but I absolutely love that film.
When we read a review, they said Robert Eggers said that Misery is hilarious, and that's what he wanted to make the movie.
It is.
So you watch it and you laugh. I laughed a lot. Megan and I were the only couple people laughing in the theater. But we just kept laughing.
There was a handful of people that laughed. I did a small chuckle. The only person that someone made like a joke at the end. Whenever I saw the movie in Midtown, and when the movie ended, someone in the crowd went "ta-da!" and I was like, I don't think that's funny. I think a couple of people were like, "ha ha ha," and I was like,
he throws the poop out, it blows back into his face. It's so stupid. I love it. Now, what about, I don't know, what do you think about the scene where, I'd still do this all the time, but when he rolls down the staircase going, A-E-I-O-U.
And Harker goes, why?
Yeah. And he gets his balls stomped in.
And then I love that he's like, I saw nothing. I saw everything.
I love the laugh.
Very Jerry
Garlic.
Bringing back to that garlic.
That's a lot of garlic.
Now, when you texted me about that, I was working yesterday.
Oh,
you texted me that. Now I was talking to people when I was working, and I said because they saw me talking into my phone. Because as you know, I use Speak Text, which has a lot of errors.
Yeah.
So when you read it, it's like Chris,
I never know what's being said.
Like I know you like the coffee, but.
Hey, Chris, are we going to podcast tomorrow? Well, it all began back in 1973 when I was a small lad fishing in Chicago. And you're like, wait, is that a yes?
My father was a tobacco farmer.
My mother was a professional boxer.
Mother was a boxer. Pops was a tobacco farmer. We didn't get a lot of meals. You're like,
smoked a lot of tobacco.
So, Chris, are we on for tomorrow or what?
That reminds me of a time.
Speaking of the word tomorrow, it begins with the word tea. We never drank much of it.
We drank tobacco juice. We would spit into a cup. We would boil it, and we would smell the steam to get the tobacco, and then we would drink it.
Very addicted, not caffeinated.
I am sick.
I'm permanently vomiting.
Did you mean that? So I sent Chris is like, hey man, we down for tomorrow? And I was like, does Dracula hate garlic? And what was your reply?
I said, I don't think that he hates garlic. Because my immediate thought was, I bet he would really like to enjoy a slice of pizza.
Yeah.
So I thought that
fried chicken.
Or fried chicken. Why wouldn't he? So that's a great scene too. I got something to say about that.
Chicken.
But and drinking wine. Anyways, he goes to bring him back.
I never drink wine. Oh, why not?
Hey, why not? Renfield, look at me.
I'm eating chicken, drinking wine.
I love he emphasizes on the chicken. It's like, I'm eating chicken. So, I don't think he hates garlic. I think that he would love to enjoy some garlic. But it's kind of like our poison ivy, where it would really like irritate him, and he wouldn't want to be around it. That it wouldn't kill him.
It's like me and shellfish. I don't hate shellfish, but if I ate it, it'd kill me.
Something like that, yeah.
Now, I again, you're like, Mark, are we on today? And I go, does Renfield love bugs? And then you sent me another long answer. And my response was Chris Kelly, ... Just give me a damn yes, Chris Kelly.
What did I say? It's like, it depends on what you mean by him hating it. Like
before or after he was taking over.
Yeah, before or after he was part of Dracula's crew, and you're like, Chris Kelly, ...
Chris. You know what I mean, Chris Kelly. You have finished your drink.
Like, flooshed up, punch in the face. All of a sudden, a fist flew out of my iPhone.
Now, there are some beautiful trailer moments in this film. I do love when he bonks his head, the dancing in front of the mirror, which is a classic scene.
You know what's interesting about that scene, which is really funny, the fact that he's dancing in front of a mirror, and how no one's really saying anything. Well, they're kind of gasping at the end, but they're kind of enthralled with him doing the dance number.
Let's give it to him.
Yeah. What I found was really funny was that they had to throw the biggest concern was whenever Leslie Nielsen throws the chair at the mirror. He talks about this. Mel Brooks talks about this in the commentary, that the big concern was that the glass is going to fly everywhere. He said they had to throw he didn't remember how many times, but he said that it was no less than 30 times they had to throw a chair at this mirror.
And it wouldn't break?
It wouldn't break. I just imagine like all day him chucking this chair.
Film just rolling.
Like just keep going and going and going.
Now for the finale. And I love Steven Weber. She's really great by herself. You idiot. Van Helsing's like, I hate you. I have lived for thousands of years. There's nothing that you can do that can hurt me.
Boink.
I mean, that's like eye pokes would hurt anybody.
Yeah, it's funny to think about this. Like he's so enraged and he's like choking him. There's nothing you can do. Boink. What I thought was interesting is the character Lucy. The woman that played her was Lisette Anthony. In the 80s, she started out as an actress, and she was called like eating a whole pack of sugar icing. Very sweet, but naughty. Nauseating. Sorry.
She was what?
It was like eating a whole pack of sugar icing. Very sweet. Her acting is very sweet, but it's nauseating to look at.
Oh, someone said that to her?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they didn't like the way she acted. She was Ms. Hyde she was in the movie Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde, if you remember that, in the early 90s when they had a lot of movies about dudes that were like turning into women.
No.
Yeah, there was a bunch of these movies, but it was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but she did Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde.
Wow.
She was the girl in the Summer of '69 video.
Really?
Yeah.
Amy Yasbeck?
Yeah. No. Lisette.
Oh, Lucy. Lucy.
The lady plays Lucy.
Lucy.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. It's like I didn't think that that really translated as well. I think that kind of hurt her as far as being an actress, and that she probably worked on it a little bit more.
Yeah. I thought she was good in this movie. I enjoyed her.
She was very, very good. I think everybody did a great job.
So are these.
Yeah, right. Like, I can't. I'm British. So are these. I remember that from the trailer. There's
so many trailer moments right now. You could cut a great trailer.
Oh yeah, I remember the trailer distinctively as a kid. I remember the British moment. I remember him hitting his head on the lamp. I remember Leslie Nielsen getting poked in the eyes.
Now, if this came out 2 years earlier in '93, what do you think the reaction would have been?
I think people probably would have been a little more feeling like it's been played out. Maybe, well, it depends on before or after it came out, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Well, let's just push Robin back 2 years as well.
I think it probably would have been received very much the same way.
Even after Pulp Fiction and
that
whole cool movement?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that the Bram Stoker's Dracula probably would have overshadowed it, and I don't think it would have been people probably wouldn't have remembered it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, people that are our age, in our mid-30s, we remember seeing this movie. I think that if it came out 2 years prior, we probably wouldn't have had memories of seeing that.
Dead and loving it?
Yeah, I don't think so. Because we would have been like, oh my God, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Because I remember whenever that came out,
that was
me up. Everywhere. Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
I remember watching that when I was 10, 11. And I was like, this is way out of my league.
I was blown away when I was a kid. I saw it. Oh, God. I can't remember when I saw it. I remember seeing it. And I remember because in the mid-90s, those sunglasses that Gary Oldman had.
Yeah, the circular ones.
They were fucking...
everywhere.
They were huge. Because I remember I went to an auction because my...
Gen Xers.
Yeah. My brother's friend growing up, his family was involved in auctions. And at the auction house, someone had those glasses that were real ones from the 60s. And that was part of like a grab bag that you want to buy them for like $1. And I had those for not blue, but they were red, just like Gary Oldman's. And that was like a huge thing whenever I was in like 6th grade. It was like, wow, where did you get those sunglasses? Like,
remember Leon? He had the circular glasses in '94.
Yeah, there was a lot of people that had those.
Christian Slater did it in a movie.
Cuffs.
Cuffs? Yeah, I don't know, but I hated circular glasses.
He was the 90s. My God. I mean, people forget about this. Like, there was a lot of movies like in the 80s and 90s that were just... Heathers, that was his big one.
He didn't wear circular sunglasses. That's a good movie, though.
Pump Up the Volume, which is a fantastic movie. I mean, that's a great movie about teenage angst.
I expected more noise to come out from that movie, but it didn't. The fried chicken.
That scene.
Hey, Renfield. I'm drinking wine and eating chicken.
What's interesting is that scene was
daymare.
Specifically meant to look like I'm going to mess up the name, but Pierre Auguste Renoir, who was an impressionist. Impressionist painter.
Nice.
It was intentionally made to look like that. So if you watch that scene again, you see the vibrant colors, and especially how everybody's lounging.
Yeah,
it's just like one of his paintings. Because I looked it up whenever I heard that in the commentary, and I was like, really? And I looked up his paintings. I was like, oh yeah, it looks exactly like one of his paintings. It's funny because it's like, yeah. And in the commentary, Mel Brooks said that they bought the trees and then they had to paint them brighter.
Hey,
to make it stand out, just like in the paintings.
Wow. So if you're familiar with these paintings, you're familiar with the stagecraft, Bela Lugosi, the different gags in this picture. It's funnier.
Yeah, it's way funnier.
Oh man.
Because if you don't understand that, if you don't understand how these movies worked out, then it's just not, you probably wouldn't get it. I guess, I mean, in the 90s, those were more popular. You had Hot Shots.
Oh, I love that movie.
Hot Shots Part 2. I think Hot Shots Part 2 was
Gummy bears, sprinkles, sprinkles.
That scene where he's like, and now for the groundbreaking ceremony, he shoves Lloyd Bridges shoves the spade into the foot and it smacks the guy. Turns around like, what are you guys sitting around lounging around for? Come on, this is serious business.
They took a vow of celibacy like their fathers and their fathers before them. And he hits the fork in the air and it sticks in that guy's head and the guy's like, oh Jesus. And he's like, there's no time for prayer.
Those movies were so good.
First one to die loses.
Bloodiest movie ever.
Oh, yeah. War. It's fantastic.
Him and Charlie Sheen and Martin Sheen pass each other on the boats. I loved you in Wall Street. That movie, so good.
I do love that they pulled a lot of garlic together.
Yeah, holy shit! Did they ever.
Where do you get that much garlic? That's expensive.
It would be expensive even to do now. You kidding me? If you went to Trader Joe's, that's at least $1,000.
You'd have to. All right, remember when I used to do all those runs for? Well, I guess we won't name the company, but I used to buy all the food.
Yeah,
for that company for their photo shoots that were on menus across the nation. Hey,
across America and international.
Yeah. How many stores would we have to go into?
Oh, I remember whenever I then took over, I think you immediately shot me a list of stores, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go to Publix. No. Then like go to this. I mean, it was a good list. It was a good list. I remember specifically was the out in Buford Highway. Buford Highway had the best peppers, and I went out to Buford Highway and I was like, hot damn, you weren't kidding. They're gorgeous.
I knew the best strawberries. I knew the best Oreos. I knew.
If anybody out there is wanting to have a really good photo shoot with beautiful vegetables and fruit, hit up Mark Hoffmeyer. Mark Hoffmeyer for your vegetable and fruit needs.
I know where to find Oreos that don't have Oreo symbols on them. Right? I know the best strawberries. I know the best lemons. I know where to get the best lemons, the best oranges, blueberries.
I ran into a big wall with those blueberries. Mark Hoffmeyer, here he came.
What do you need? Oh, yeah. Well, so here's what you do.
Talk to my boy
There's
Steve.
A storage container run by a guy named Vinny. Knock on the door 7 times.
No more, no less.
Yep. Once you've knocked on the door, dance. For 3 minutes. He'll let you in. Best blueberries you've ever seen. Why do I talk like that? What is this accent coming from? I'm serious though, guys. Look at menus. I'm not going to say which place, but look at the menus. And when you see hunks of chocolate, I know where to get the best hunks of chocolate. I knew where to get the best vanilla beans.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah, lemons. I knew where to. So whenever you look at a menu and you see all the crap on the sides, I was the buyer for it. Major retailer. Big time. They did not serve... Well, they served fried chicken, but they didn't do fried chicken on a bone like Leslie Nielsen was eating.
But yes, you're the garlic.
Yeah. I mean, that's weeks of work.
Yeah, that would have... My God. Can you... They didn't just like roll up to Trader Joe's and they were like, yo, let me get some garlic. You know? Literally, and just stringing it together.
They had to rob a boat.
Oh, gosh.
Wrong me!
So some things I just wanted to mention real quick. Originally, Kelsey Grammer was supposed to play Dracula.
Oh my goodness.
But they could not get him due to show Frasier.
That would have been
a big name. Yeah, well, I mean, he already had the accent down.
Yeah.
And he already knew how to play comedy. He's born and raised in comedy.
Wow. Yeah, that would have been good.
It would have been a really, really different film. One of the things I thought was interesting was the line where he says, well, we need to cut off her head, stuff her mouth with garlic, and rip off her ears. And then Stephen Webber goes, ugh. Is originally taken line for line from what Wouten Van Helsing says in the book Dracula. He says that to Harker what they have to do to Lucy.
So this movie is smarter than you think.
It's
you
a
just
lot
have to
smarter.
be well versed in Dracula movies.
If you know specifically the 1931 Dracula, the Hammer Dracula films, because they said they draw heavily from the Dracula
Lost
films.
Boys.
A lot. Not so
No,
much.
I'm joking.
Yeah, right.
Saxophone playing.
Chud 2, Bud the Chud. Kramer versus Kramer.
30 Days a Night. Girls in the Mist. Alien 3.
And Bram Stoker's Dracula from Francis Ford Coppola. If you know those movies and if you've read the original Bram Stoker's Dracula book, you'll understand a lot of the humor.
Where did the enemas come from? Were there enemas in any of this?
He said that Mel Brooks said that he read that in a lot of ancient medical procedures, they would just give people enemas.
Okay.
And like we joked about earlier, you bleed them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally, that's what they would do. I think they show this in Apocalypto, too, whenever the one guy he has like a big bump on his face. It's a bruise. And his dad walks over to him and just cuts his face. And he's like, there you go. Now you'll be fine. That's what they used to do. And people don't understand that this is before we actually figured out how the body worked. That's how we would do it.
I guess you have stuff in you want it out.
Yeah, that's the thinking. Is like, oh, you have a stomach ache. Well, here's an enema. Just you'll get it out. I mean, if you think about it, it makes practical sense, right?
Yeah,
doesn't it? I mean, if you have a headache, just what would you do to get out and get the headache out?
What does it give them a sense of accomplishment?
I guess it would. I mean, you would think
that line makes more sense to me than what it should.
Yeah, right. Like it shouldn't make so much practical sense, but it does.
You're going to be locked up for 50 years. All right, you're free. Wait, what? Good behavior. I've only been here for 30 seconds. Well, you're really good in those 30 seconds.
You were a charming guy, though. Yeah. We'll let you go. Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, wait. They think they think Renfield's going to lead him to Dracula. And he does he runs in a circle in the lawn and goes, Renfield, you idiot. I love that he calls him an asshole.
Renfield, you asshole! Ah! So the producer on this, Robert Brown, on his IMDb page, he's considered to be the most budget on time man in Hollywood. He's called Mr. Budget.
They stayed on budget?
They did. He did Howard the Duck, Child's Play 2 and 3. And he was also UPM on Airport 74, Blues Brothers, The Thing, Temple of Doom, Goonies, Second Unit, Elvira, and Spaceballs.
Wow.
So he knows his stuff.
That's neat.
Peter Schindler, I thought was interesting. He produced Friday the 13th Part 3 and also Robin Hood Men in Tights.
All right, so before we get to Chris Kelly recommendations, or unless you have some more, I do love the upside down scene.
That's from the book.
Yeah.
They didn't put that in the other movies because they thought it was too goofy. But in Dracula and Dead and Loving It, they thought that was actually the scariest part. Was thinking about it in the book. I never read Bram Stoker's Dracula, so I can't really say this for a fact.
You read Hank Schneider's Dracula.
I read the Cliff Notes on it. Turns out it was by a guy named Cliff with the last name Notes.
Great author.
Yeah, you should see what he says about Frankenstein. But it's written in the book that Dracula scales the wall like a lizard.
Oh.
So they wanted to put that in the movie somehow, but in the more serious Dracula films, they thought it was just too goofy looking. And Leslie Nielsen actually did do that. He really did hang upside down for them to do that. That was not a stunt.
Yeah, when I looked at that, I'm like, because I was looking, it didn't look like they had the camera upside down.
No.
They actually, he was hanging upside down.
He really was. And apparently he practiced that for almost 2 weeks. He would have those bars and then the boots that you could hang under. And he had that in his trailer so he could, in between takes, he could then hang. So he could prep himself.
I'm getting a terrible headache, Master. Bram Stoker's Dracula, he does climb up the castle. Remember that scene where he sees him scaling up the wall?
I remember that too because he's wearing the red dress.
And that's when Harker gets Harker gets the hair.
Mm. Yeah, that's whenever his hair turns white.
Yeah, because he sees him climbing up
That's in the book, and apparently that's always been called the scariest part of the book. Thinking about him doing this.
10-year-old me watching that scene, that hurt my soul.
I'm going to watch it again.
Listen to the podcast.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad.
A few things that I've read about on Dracula Dead and Loving It.
I have it on Movies Anywhere. You can watch it.
I did watch it that way, actually. And some reviews of it, which was very difficult, as it is with finding reviews from the time of older films. You always will find reviews of people from like a few years ago, but it's more fun to read reviews from them when they actually came out. James Bertinelli said that he didn't really like this movie that all that much. He said whatever inspiration stirred Brooks to make Young Frankenstein has long deserted him with this film.
This movie's funny. How do you watch this and hate it? No tip.
Yeah, but I understand both sides of it because people are watching this movie right after Life Stinks and then again right after Robin Hood Men in Tights. And they're like, Mel, maybe we should probably cut the parodies out. Which explains a lot where he's probably stepping back. Also, he is like in his mid-90s.
And it led to the producers. That was massive on Broadway.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny in general. I mean, when it originally came out in 1967, it was a huge hit.
I'm hurt. I'm hurt and I'm wet.
Mick LaSalle wrote about this movie saying that Mark Twain observed that if you repeat the same story over and over again, it becomes funny. Mel Brooks is doing something like this with his movies.
Oh.
And I was like,
jerk face.
And James Bertinelli also said some of Mel Brooks' jokes here have been used before, but familiarity meets laughter. So he's saying everybody kind of says it's the same thing being repeated over and over again. I don't know. I personally didn't like his previous film of Life Stinks. I thought that I think one of the reviews I remember reading said the title is adequate to the film.
It stinks.
But it is.
All right. Chris Kelly recommendations?
One more thing I thought was interesting. Okay. So Amy Yasbeck was really scared of the coffin that she had to lie in.
Oh, no.
And she said in the commentary that she had to have either her arm or her leg out at all times because she was just terrified of this coffin. She also requested to have it raised. So if you watch it while she's in the coffin, she's actually up a lot higher than Leslie Nielsen was.
Huh.
So she was really petrified of this thing. And Steven Weber even says, why? You know that even if it did close on you, there's no way it would have actually sealed shut, and you know that you would have been completely fine. She said, I don't know, but I just didn't like it. So that's why you never see her full body.
Huh.
True story.
That makes sense.
If you do want to watch Dracula Dead and Loving It, it is now on Vudu.
Oh, is it for free? Oh, it's on. Yeah, it's free right now, isn't it?
It's on Vudu. And also, if you live in the Atlanta area or Georgia in general, you can go to Videodrome. Go see my buddies over there. It's there, ready to be rented for $5.
So good.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Fantastic.
Support local.
Support local. Be local. Buy local. So now on to
Chris Kelly recommendations.
You'll get
caught up in the half-mile.
Everybody can go to hell.
Fried chicken.
I love the emphasis on the chicken, and he's like, I'm eating chicken.
And wine.
It's like, but yeah, the recommendations. I would
the Chris Kelly recommendations.
No, not more.
You asshole.
Renfield, you asshole. I love how he scoops up the ashes.
Oh, yeah.
You're looking like your old self again.
You're free now. Come with me, Renfield. Yes, master.
So, jeez. Recommendations, as I've said before, that if you see the main podcast as being a meal, the recommendations is kind of like a wine or something that complements it. So these movies are not going to be directly related to the film, but there'll be a nice comment. The first one, I have yet to see streaming anywhere, but it is 1979's Real Life.
Real Life.
I don't know if you remember seeing this movie, but I remember seeing this movie as a child and thinking, what the hell is this movie? Is this a real film or not?
Or is it just fantasy? Caught in a landslide.
You'll get caught in the
half my chicken.
So, it's directed by Albert Brooks, back whenever Albert Brooks was at the top of his game. I mean, he didn't really fall off. It's his take on An American Family, due to the fact that Albert Brooks thought that An American Family, which was done in the early 70s, which was considered the first reality TV or reality movie. He thought it was hilarious to think of a family that was being followed around by a camera crew and how you could not act like yourself. Because if you think about it, even nowadays, you have a lot of people that would be following you. I mean, at the minimal, you'd have to have at least 5 folks.
You got 6 people in here now.
And 3 of them aren't even on here. So he thought that it would just be funny to have a family being constantly followed around. Have you seen Real Life?
No.
Oh gosh, it's hilarious. So he goes through like step-by-step process of how they selected these families. They interview all these families, and then they have to go through ways of cheaper ways to eliminate the families. Like, we had them acting like one another and seeing how that they would respond. The reason being is that we knew that these families would be fighting with each other, and we had to eliminate them right off the bat. That saved us $90,000, which allowed us to then hire that guy over there. It's stuff like that. That's a lot of jokes. And the way that he like romances the town, being like, we found this family, and how do you think we found them? Well, I'd like to explain it to you in a song. And that's like a big band playing, like very Elvis Presley like. He's like, you're all wonderful. Give yourselves a hand. He's like, of course we had to hypnotize the whole town because we took over the town for a long time. So it's so ridiculous.
All right, I gotta watch this.
Oh, it's funny as hell. It's not streaming anywhere that I found, but it's for rent at Videodrome.
Hey, Real Life.
So it's written by Monica Johnson, who did Modern Romance and Albert Brooks' other movie Muse, and Harry Shearer, who's most famous for The Simpsons
and Spinal Tap.
And Spinal Tap. And this is also Albert Brooks' first feature. It's just he has one of the funniest scenes is that when he has the guys who are supposed to be like behind, you won't notice them at all, and they're wearing the latest in technology, which was basically looks like a big like space helmet. And it's like they're recording and they can get sound at the same time. He's like, you'll never even notice them. It's like, I forget what country he says that they're from. He's like, there's only ever 6 in existence. 5 of them are here. 5 of them have ever worked. Of that 5, we have 4. It's like, and you'll never even notice them. And you see in the background and in the key scenes, this dude wearing this gigantic thing. And he's just like, it's like this big white helmet with this big black screen. And he's like shoving it in their face. And he's like, it's okay. Talk to the man.
Nice.
And there's a great scene that I love in this film is that whenever Albert Brooks, who buys the house across the street from the family, who's played by Charles Grodin. And the reason why Charles Grodin was chosen was because he was known for those TV shows like America's Funniest Home Videos. He was known for that. Like you won't believe you're on television. Those types of those shows. He picked him because people believed him to be a real person because he does. He looks like an average guy. He plays a veterinarian in this, and you believe him to be a veterinarian. So there's a great scene where horse. I don't want to get too much into it as a spoiler, but there's a horse, and it's how they lose the horse. so damn funny. But another great scene with Albert Brooks is whenever he's talking to Charles Grodin is talking to the local news networks, and they're saying he's like, let me call up the producer of this movie, and we can all sit down and talk about it. They're like, sure. And it's early in the morning, and he calls Albert Brooks, and Albert Brooks is like, oh yeah, you say that the local news is there right now? Okay, I'll be right there. And you just see him hauling ass across the street in his morning robe. Clearly was like just in the middle of like shaving or something, like maybe drinking coffee. He's running across the street and he's like, so yeah, you're the local news, huh? Who do you think you are? He like smacks the camera and he's like, get the hell out of here. This is my story. And he's like spitting at them, pushing them into the car. Like, we have as much right beer as you do. He's like, come up with your own damn movie, okay? It's like,
that's funny.
It's funny. It's a really funny movie.
So 85% Rotten Tomatoes. Mockumentary, yeah, one of the first mockumentaries. Mm-hmm. Oh.
It's really, 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 really funny. I remember seeing this as a kid.
Nice. I've never watched it. I can't wait though.
Strongly recommend it. Another one. Another film. It's an okay film. It complements this one very well. It's called Saturday the 14th. It's now on Prime Video and Vudu. It was directed by Howard Cohen. He was mainly known for his acting in the 60s and 70s and 80s. He was in Westworld. That's what he's primarily known for. But he switched then to directing very shortly afterwards. Sorry. Yeah, and sorry. No, wait, I was right. Whoops.
Chris Kelly.
Whoops. So, Howard Cohen was known more for his goofy films in the 70s and 80s. He did Cover Girl Models. He did Vampire Hookers, the Death Stalker film series.
Death Stalker, yeah.
Yeah. Him and his writing partner, Jeff Begun, they were part of a comedy troupe in the 1970s. They did a lot of exploitation films, and Saturday the 14th was part of a series of films. They're not part of the same series, but they're part of the same group of parody films that came out in the very early 80s, 1980 to 1983, where they were making fun of slasher films. So you had Wacko, you had Class Reunion, if you remember that one. That was a National Lampoon's movie, which was starring Anthony Kiedis' father. They're coming out one right after the other, and Saturday the 14th was no exception. This one was more family friendly than anything else. I think that this is kind of where Nightmare on Elm Street got that idea of the claw coming out of the bathtub, going towards Heather Ledenkamp. They do that similar in Saturday the 14th, but it's with Jaws. It's really funny. She's like, the girl's about to take a shower, and she's like, or in a bath, and she's like, no one's gonna get me out of this bathtub. And then you see the shark fin swooning around. It's like, dun. But there's a lot of jokes in that movie. It's more family friendly than anything else.
I mean, that's a good bit, though. Saturday the 14th, not Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, Shout Factory did a Blu-ray of this, it looks like.
Well, it wasn't that long ago, right?
And it was made 81.
Yeah.
It's free on Tubi, too.
Oh, nice.
Tubi.
There's a lot of jokes like that. They make fun of a lot of haunted house jokes, which is from The Changeling and whatnot. Which, if you haven't seen The Changeling, strongly recommend that. Terrify the hell out of you. But it's part of that whole group of films that came out. And
nice.
This is a great one. What I thought was interesting was that Howard Cohen's career was very interesting, that he did a lot of these parody and exploitation films, and then he did Care Bears and Rainbow Bright. And then he went back to Saturday the 14th and doing the exploitation films.
Wow.
And it was reportedly, from when I was doing research on this movie last night, they're doing the third in these Saturday the 14th movies. So they made Saturday the 14th in 1981, and then Saturday the 14th strikes again in 1988 or 89, and then nothing for 30 years. And then supposedly this year, they're making Saturday the 14th Part 2. So we'll see if it comes out.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
But maybe Howard Cohen will make a comeback. I mean, he is in his late 80s now, I think, but who knows? Oh, wait, no, sorry. Howard Cohen died. Oh, gosh, I forgot about that. He died in 1999 of a massive heart attack. But the guy who is the main actor in this, he then became a film director.
Got it. And he wants to do the third one. Got it.
He might do it. So who knows? He's in his mid-late 80s.
Hey, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
You got any more recommendations?
No, that's it. Just the two.
All right, let's do a quick draft.
Oh, wait. I just want to add something really quick.
Yeah.
What I thought was interesting about Jeff Begun is that he had he started on the 80s doing exploitation films, but he did the taxes on the remake of I Spit on Your Grave.
The taxes?
Yeah. He was a tax consultant.
That's funny.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah. Now he does taxes.
All right, here's what we're doing.
Oh, no.
We're going to do a draft. We're going to do vampire movies. One from the 70s, one from the 80s, one from the 90s, one from 2000s, one from the 2010s. We're each going to pick 5. And I'm going to put it on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook the day after this releases. So when you're listening to this, if you're listening to it the day it's released, go to Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook and vote. Or I might have released it earlier and you'll find other things to vote on. Depends on how I'm feeling that day. All right. So, Chris Kelly.
70s.
No, wait. 1 or 2. Guess a number on my hand. 1 or 2?
2.
All right. You get first pick.
First pick of 70s vampire films?
A vampire film from the 70s.
I'm going to go with the Nosferatu remake.
No!
Yes.
Cheater. You won the Herzog.
That was good. I saw that in the theaters when they was re-released.
Oh, it's so good. I love Herzog.
You know what's interesting about the movie? It was the first time that they it had been humanized, the character of a vampire.
Ooh, Salem's Lot was TV show, but could I do it?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
All right, I'm cheating, and you said it was okay, so I'm doing Salem's Lot.
They're remaking that too with what's his name? The guy that was in Summer of Sam. Yeah, he was
Leguizamo?
the
Adrian Brody?
There, yeah. He's playing the lead. It's supposed to take place in the 1700s? Is it 1800s?
Oh, that's going to be good.
I think it'd be an interesting film.
All right, 1980s.
1980s.
There's so many vampire movies in the 1980s.
Oh my god. Oof. I'm going to say Lost Boys.
I'll do Fright Night.
Both equally good movies.
Yeah.
We could have said Near Dark.
Near Dark.
Hey! Classic Hoffmeyer.
No, I already said Fright Night.
You're not going to stick with the Return to Salem's Lot? I'm just kidding.
Feet fail me not. Should I stick with Fright Night? All right.
Nah, come on.
I'll do it. I'll do Fright Night.
All right. Feeling limber?
Man.
All right, so 90s also had an equal amount of vampire
You and I
films.
covered that movie.
80% of the 90s
Oh, this is good.
Oh, God. There are just so many good ones.
Yep.
I'm going to go with Bram. No. Oh, gosh. Interview with the Vampire.
Chris is doing some weird head tilts right now that I've never seen him do before.
My first thought I wanted to do was for 70s vampire films. My first thought was Blackula.
Yeah.
I love that movie. I don't know why that movie is like seen as a comedy. It is not.
I'm going to do From Dusk Till Dawn.
No, that's both
We're skipping Bram Stoker's.
Can we do like a several from the 90s?
No.
I want to do Blade.
Fried chicken.
And Vine.
All right, 2000s. Oh, gosh. There's only one right. The best pick is obvious, right?
Yeah, I was going to say Twilight. Gosh.
I hope you pick the right one so I can pick the wrong one.
I'm going to let the right one in.
Yeah, that's the right one.
That's a good one.
Oh, dang it. Did I give you a hint? That's the right one.
Hopefully you won't Blade Trinity me.
All right, well, this is tough because I love 30 Days a Night. But I love Thirst, the Korean vampire film, so I'm doing that. I just lost. All right. Now, 2010s.
Can you look up vampires real quick? That's the... Oh, no. Damn. Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. What about... Is Vampires on there? That's
Belgium? 90s.
No, Belgium. The Belgium movie. Remember I told you that's the movie that they got the idea for What We Do in the Shadows?
Vampires?
Vampires.
Vampires Belgium movie? And you want to put that on your list?
I forget what year that was. 2009 or 2010. Yeah, that one right there. I told you about this movie.
Yep.
It
was
Aha! 2010.
So you want vampires?
Yes.
All right, vampires. All right, so I got to pick one now. Oh, geez Louise. There's some really tough ones in here.
Come on, Breaking Dawn.
Oh, dang. All right,
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night. That's a good one. Steakland.
I mean, What We Do in the Shadows is a movie I think that would give me a lot of, like, oh, I love that movie.
Yeah, that would probably get you the most votes.
But I'm going Only Lovers Left Alive because I'm a Jim Jarmusch guy.
I saw that when it first came out, and I don't really remember it.
So you got Nosferatu, Lost Boys, Interview with the Vampire, Let the Right One In, Vampires. I have Salem's Lot, Fright Night, From Dusk Till Dawn, Thirst, and Only Lovers Left Alive.
How many people think will vote on mine just because they think it's the John Carpenter's Vampires?
None.
You think anyone will catch that and be like, oh my god, he knows that Belgium movie?
I'll put 2010 on it.
Okay. Yeah,
Sound good?
That's fair. Have you seen that movie?
No.
I remember telling you about
Yes.
this.
All right, this is good. You're going to win, 60-40.
Nah, man, that's what we said last time with Bowfinger. And I got smoked. I was like, no one wanted to do a boiler room?
But hey, come to head over to Movies, Films, and Flicks and take a look at what poll we have going on. So, Chris Kelly, thanks for joining me, man.
Yeah, no problem.
So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Chris Mad Dog Kelly, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.
Chicken.
And wine.